were starting out okay, but I think I didn't think we played a hard enough game, and that's physically, but also just using our legs and playing in a straight line. I thought we had some really good ozone forechecks and some ozone time, and I think that led to playing a little faster, and that was a great job in our zone to start that rush with Khrushchev and Connor on that wall winning those battles, and that started the rush. And I thought it was a great line rush, and Khrushchev driving the net did all the right things. So I think it kind of clicked in that it was going to work, so we continued to play that way. So gave us definitely some life, and going into the third period, I thought being the fresher team because they played and traveled, I think that was a good start. It was probably about the middle part of the second period that we started to play that way.
Great to see Korchinski score, but what did you see from him overall?
Yeah, no, good. I thought he had some really good defensive plays as well. And there's sometimes subtle and hard to see, and I think that's good for a defenseman because there's no big glaring mishaps, and it allowed him to get up the ice a few times tonight, and I really liked him shooting that puck. Like he can sling it pretty good. I think sometimes he just doesn't pull the trigger, and he wants to make another play and to someone else, and it's not selfish. I think it's a good team play to shoot pucks. So when the opportunity's there, so he got a good bounce. It hit something on the way in, but he shot it hard, and I think that's what we got to do that more, and he has to do that more as well.
Was that part of the
he had some good gaps where he came from the inside out. Sometimes he gets himself on the outside working in, and that's not a good look for a defenseman. It's easy for guys to slip off, or you get give up the blue lines, and you get penalties that way anytime you reach your stick lateral nowadays as a defenseman on the outside. So I think his positioning has been really good with the addition of his great skating and mobility. It's really helping him play defense better and get pucks and move it up to the forwards, and then jump by his guy that's checking him because he's really quick to get away.
Is that more of the assertiveness you were looking for from Reichel?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked him taking that puck to the net in the third period, and a couple other times he almost got away, and I think he was being more aggressive on puck battles. Had a good block in the third period. I think everything was great. Other than he didn't probably have a great point blank chance to score. Other than he missed on that one timer in their zone. But you know what? I like him thinking shot. So next time he'll hit that one.
Korchinski said he couldn't hear himself think after the fourth goal because the building was so loud. How much are you looking forward to getting this building rocking again in a few years when everyone's here and you guys are competing?
Yeah, and I think as it starts the game, I think we have to take that personality on. I thought we did a better job at different times this year and last year. Right now, I think we got to get back to that, and hopefully we want to take that energy and start the game so the building gets rocking early. We don't want to wait until the third period to rely on that, but it is one of the funnest places to play in sports for sure.
We've talked about Korchinski's wheels being elite all season. Just thinking back to what you saw starting like in 1987 as a player, who might you compare him to just in terms of his skating ability?
Oh, there's lots of guys that are like a Scott Niedermayer. That's who he wants to channel his game against. I know that's kind of dating back, but he was probably ahead of the curve in the way he skated and played the game. And he was an effortless skater, but his positioning was always great. He never looked like he was scrambling back to the defensive zone, and he was always like, how did he get to the offensive crease? Like, he's sneaky and elusive, and that's the way Kevin's gotta be. And we've seen definitely some growth and signs there. So he's just got to continue to keep doing that and looking like that. And then he's going to be leading the charge on the offense, but he's always a guy that you count on defensively.
As you've come back and had guys getting healthy again, the only line that you really haven't messed with is Blackwell, Dickinson, and Anderson. What is about those three together that gives you so much confidence you can roll them at any time?
I'm assuming they like playing together. I haven't really sat down and talked to them, but I haven't heard complaints, and they're just reliable. I think kind of like-minded on the defensive side of the puck, but they can add it on the offense, and each one of them has done it at different times this year. It's not always the same guy. It's all of them working together, and even Blackie was very instrumental on that goal. He didn't get an assist on it, but he was doing the right things and in the right places that someone has to focus on him, and then Anderson's open on the backside and gets the goal. So I think they just enjoy the role. They all love the challenge of playing against top lines and the other team, and they're they know when they can get the other team vulnerable and they're a little bit sloppy, the offensive guys in the other team, and they know when to attack.
Obviously, what the Hawks and the Sharks are competing for in the lottery down the line, but Reichel was making a point that you can see guys out there competing for contracts and slots for next year. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, and I saw that with their team. I saw a lot of spunk in their game early in the game. They came out and played a real smart and fast, hard, 30 minutes, and then I thought we found our game and found our legs and did the same. And, we're coaches and we're players, so we don't really think about the other part of the business that goes on later in the year. I just think that we play as hard as we can in the right way. Good karma and good things happen, and that's what happened last year for us.
We all silly like the mayor.